In the cooking oil section, Lan's favorite brand is completely sold out. She does not want to leave without a good option, so she asks a staff member in English, "What can I use instead of this oil?" The staff suggests another brand with similar quality. Lan realizes that using English questions gives her more choices instead of simply going home with nothing. Some nights felt heavy, too many thoughts, too much stress. But reading one English page always made the night feel lighter. The stories pulled him out of his worries, even just for a moment. The characters, the simple sentences, the gentle flow of English became a soft escape. Eventually, he began relying on this habit to clear his mind before bed. Night after night, a single page acted like a tiny light switch, turning off the noise inside him so he could rest. Henry reads an English biography of a famous athlete. He pauses often to practice pronouncing new words. Bit by bit, his confidence grows. The inspiring story makes him want to read more. My first English presentation to a client call felt overwhelming. I paused too often, afraid of misunderstanding their reactions. Still, I managed to finish my message. That achievement reminded me that progress begins with uncomfortable steps. Lily explains how a monthly transport pass works. She uses slow, clear English. The traveler appreciates the simple explanation. Lily smiles with confidence. Olivia wants to know if vegetarian options are available. She fears mispronouncing vegetarian. She asks, "Do you have vegetarian options?" Slowly. The waiter answers positively. Olivia adds a sentence to a story chain. She thinks carefully, but still speaks clearly. The group creates a funny story together. She enjoys the shared creativity. Jason spends time in the school library reading English stories. He practices saying new phrases clearly. The quiet environment supports his focus. He enjoys steady progress. Long needs help from a foreign IT technician. He's unsure about pronouncing password. He says, "I forgot my password," slowly and clearly. The technician helps immediately, and Long feels more confident asking for help in English. I open my notebook before class and read a short English paragraph. The quiet moment helps me prepare my mind for the lesson. I enjoy seeing phrases that I already know. This simple action makes English feel closer to me. Lon must confirm an order with a foreign customer. She's unsure about pronouncing delivery. She says, "Your delivery is scheduled for today," clearly and calmly. The customer understands, and Lon feels successful. Grace talks about her reading habits. She explains how English books help her learn. Members relate to her experience. She feels encouraged by the discussion. I walk between the shelves and choose a thin English book. I sit down and explore just a few pages. I do not worry about finishing the whole book. I simply enjoy discovering English in a quiet place. Michael notices a tourist struggling to read a sign. He explains the meaning in simple English. The tourist nods with relief. Michael feels happy he could help. Olivia shares her thoughts about technology and modern life. She uses simple examples everyone understands. Members add their opinions. She enjoys the thoughtful discussion. The waiter asked if I wanted a refill, and I froze. I smiled and said no because I didn't know what it meant. Later, I realized I had just said no to free coffee. That small loss made me promise to learn more common words used in restaurants. After finishing her jog, Ha meets a colleague who often runs in the morning and looks very energetic at work. They talk in English, and Ha feels a bit nervous about asking for advice. She says, "What do you usually eat after your run? I want something healthy, but easy to prepare." And her colleague shares simple ideas. Ha realizes that English helps her learn small, everyday habits that support both her job and her running. Emma tells Mark she sometimes feels slow when learning new vocabulary. Mark reminds her that learning is not a race, and progress takes time. She feels calmer with his words. Their friendship grows through gentle support. Lily describes a natural place she loves. She uses simple sensory words. Members imagine the scene with her. She enjoys expressing peaceful ideas. Noah joins a short reading activity. He reads one paragraph aloud. Members help check pronunciation. He feels improvement immediately. Jason compliments Chloe's writing style. He says it is clear and warm. Chloe smiles and thanks him. Jason feels their friendship growing. Grace wants to ask Daniel if a seat is free. She fears mispronouncing free. She says, "Is this seat free?" Clearly. Daniel nods, making Grace feel relieved. Lily shares a memory from school. She uses simple past verbs and clear sentences. Members smile at her story. She enjoys telling something meaningful. Chloe wants to ask Jack about the information desk. She worries about pronouncing information. She says clearly, "Where is the information desk?" Jack guides her, making Chloe feel confident. Michael suggests writing 5 sentences daily. Anna agrees and says it will help both of them. They choose a simple topic for day 1. Michael feels excited to start. I walk through the park and quietly describe what I see in English. I name the trees, the benches, and the people passing by. I do not speak loudly, but my mind stays active. The park becomes a soft classroom without walls. Jason tells Chloe he enjoys learning new things with friends. He explains English becomes easier with company. Chloe agrees and says she also learns better with support. Thao has a limited budget for her weekly supermarket trip. She uses English price tags like per kg and per pack to calculate her total more carefully. Sometimes she reads the numbers and whispers them to herself to check if she is still under her limit. When she reaches the cashier and pays without going over budget, she sees how English helps her control both her money and her shopping decisions. I stared at my boarding pass, trying to find what zone meant in English. A traveler next to me explained it kindly. I thanked him and realized how many basic travel terms I still need to learn. That moment pushed me to improve my airport vocabulary. Daniel reads an English chapter before bed. His room is quiet, allowing him to focus on difficult words. He repeats them softly. Ending the day with English makes him feel productive. Lily shares a simple tip for staying healthy. She uses easy words and a calm voice. Members ask her more questions. She feels confident explaining her ideas. Before work, Lon stops at the supermarket to buy almond milk for breakfast. She searches the cold section but cannot find it and feels a bit impatient. Then she asks, "Where can I find almond milk?" and listens carefully to the directions. When she finally gets the right product, she smiles and sees how English saves her time during busy mornings. Daniel points out the closest exchange office. He explains that the rate is better there. The traveler appreciates his advice. Daniel smiles proudly. Grace talks about what she wants to learn next year. She uses simple future forms. Members ask what motivates her. She enjoys the meaningful conversation. Lily feels cold and wants to ask Jason about the heater. She hesitates over heater. She says, "Is there a heater here?" Slowly. Jason responds kindly, encouraging her.